at the kitchen clock, it's ticking in the red. Thinking of the decades that are living in my head. I gave you all my 24s, I gave you every spring. I traded in my dancing shoes for a heavy golden ring. I was the one who held the map, the one who drove the miles, while you were busy hiding all your secrets behind smiles. I'm standing in a hollow house, a museum of my youth, looking for a single grain of honest, simple truth. I pour my spirit in a cup you never meant to fill, and now the world is moving on while I am standing still. You owe me a lifetime, you owe me the years that I spent washing windows with the salt of my tears. You took the best of who I was and left the rest to rot, trading in your ways for a girl that I am not. You can't pay back the mornings or the dreams that didn't climb. Yeah, you owe me a lifetime, but you run out of time. I see my mother's eyes in mine, I see the silver hair, a reminder of the heavy weight that I was forced to bear. I built your kingdom brick by brick while mine was falling down. I was the quiet servant while you wore the heavy crown. Now you're asking for forgiveness like it's something you can buy, but there's not a single sorry left beneath this empty sky. Is there a bank for wasted breath, a ledger for the heart, for the thousands of beginnings that you tore right back apart? I'm a woman looking backward at a path I can't retread, starving for the living while I'm sleeping with the dead. You owe me a lifetime, you owe me the years that I spent washing windows with the salt of my tears. You took the best of who I was and left the rest to rot, trading in your ways for a girl that I am not. You can't pay back the mornings or the dreams that didn't climb. Yeah, you owe me a lifetime, but you've run out of time. Keep the house and keep the car, I'm taking back the evening star. You owe me, but I'm setting myself free, because the only thing you can't pay back is me. I found a receipt in an old winter coat, a ticket for a movie, a half-finished note from a night when the world was just you and just me. before the forever turned to used to be. The kitchen's still yellow, the clock's still on the wall, but there's a different kind of silence ringing through the hall. We didn't go out with a bang or a fire, we didn't run out of the love or desire. We just drifted like leaves on a slow-moving stream until we woke up on the edge of the dream. Whatever happened to the way that we spoke? Before every promise we made finally broke. Whatever happened to the girl and the boy who found every heartbeat a reason for joy? Now we're just strangers who know every habit, reaching for lightning but failing to grab it. Oh, I'm looking at us and I'm wondering, whatever happened? I'm pouring 2 coffees, then I pour one away. It's the little things that get me at the start of the day. You're sitting right there with the news in your hand, but you're light years away in a different land. I could scream till I'm blue, I could beg for a sign, but I'm just a ghost on a parallel line. Was it the Mondays or was it the years? Was it the weight of the unspoken fears? Did we just erode like a stone in the rain until only the shape of the hollow remains? Whatever happened to the way that we spoke? Before every promise we made finally broke. Whatever happened to the girl and the boy who found every heartbeat a reason for joy? Now we're just strangers who know every habit, reaching for lightning but failing to grab it. Oh, I'm looking at us and I'm wondering, whatever happened? No big goodbye, no final scene, just the empty spaces in between. Whatever happened to us? Whatever happened? I'm holding my breath while you're checking the time, watching you distance yourself from the crime of leaving me here in this half-empty room where the silence is starting to heavy and bloom. I haven't even told you I need you to stay, because I can already see you drifting away. I'm not gonna beg and I'm not gonna plead for a love that has turned into something you need to escape, to forget, to leave in the dust. I'm mourning the ending before I even must. I'm already crying because you will. I'm bracing for the moment when the world goes still. I'm packing your bags in the back of my mind, leaving the best of our always behind. I'm feeling the state of the goodbye kiss before I even know what I'm gonna miss. I'm breaking my own heart, standing perfectly still, not because you have, but because you will. You're talking about later, and maybe maybe next week, but there's a flicker of hollow every time that you speak. You're looking for exits in every small talk. I'm just a destination you've decided to walk right past. I like a town that you've outgrown and used, leaving me stranded and slightly confused. It's the preemptive strike of a soul in the dark, trying to blow out the very last spark before the fire burns me down to the bone. I'm learning to survive on my God-forsaken own. I'm already crying because you will. I'm bracing for the moment when the world goes still. I'm packing your bags in the back of my mind, leaving the best of our always behind. I'm feeling the sting of the goodbye kiss before I even know what I'm gonna miss. I'm breaking my own heart, standing perfectly still. Not because you have, but because you will. Go on and do it. Get it over with now. The weight of the wind is more than I can allow. I'm already gone before you even leave, because you will. Yeah, I know you will. I'm standing in the hallway, staring at the wall, where the frames are leaving shadows of the photos from the fall. I used to grip the edges of us until my knuckles turned to white, terrified that losing you meant fading into night. But the air is finally moving through the rooms we used to share, and I'm finding I can breathe again without you being there. It's not a sudden sunrise or a bolt out of the blue. It's the quiet realization that I'm over wanting you. The heavy iron anchor that was dragging on my soul is turning into feathers as I give up all control. I'm learning to let go, one heartbeat at a time, learning that the forever wasn't even worth the climb. I'm opening my hands now, let the memories just fly like 1,000 paper birds against a vast and open sky. It's a slow and steady healing, a soft and lonely glow, but I'm finally learning to let go. I walked past our old cafe, and I didn't even look. I didn't search for your reflection or the way your shoulders shook. The I love you are just echoes now, losing all their teeth. I'm discovering the woman who was buried underneath. I'm not waiting for a phone call, I'm not checking every car. I'm okay with being exactly where I am and who I am. There's a mercy in the ending, there's a grace in the goodbye that you only find when you're too tired left to cry. It's the dropping of the armor, it's the ending of the war. I'm slamming the cabinets just to hear a sound, because the silence you left is too heavy and round. I wanna hate the way you laugh, the way you use your hands, but I'm still building castles in our old sinking sands. I'm screaming at the ceiling until my throat is raw and red. Then I'm folding up the blankets on your side of the bed. It's a fever in my system, it's a poison in the vein, a beautiful destruction, a sanctified pain. I'm throwing every memory like a stone against the glass, but I'm still waiting in the driveway for your car to pass. Oh, it's an anger love, a fire in the snow. I'm cursing your name while I'm begging you not to go. It's a jagged kind of hollow, a bitter kind of sweet, where the fury and the longing and the desperation meet. I wanna burn the house down just to keep you warm. I'm the lightning and the wreckage of this anger love storm. I found your old t-shirt at the bottom of the bin. I wanted to shred it, but I let the scent sink in. How dare you be the person that I need the most? How dare you leave me haunted by a living, breathing ghost? I'm punching at the shadows, I'm kicking at the air, because I'm mad at how I love you, and I'm mad that you're not there. It's a war inside my ribcage, it's a riot in my head. I'm suffocating on the I love you we never should have said. I hate that I'm fragile, I hate that I'm small, but most of all I hate that I'd still catch you if you fall. Oh, it's an anger love, a fire in the snow. I'm cursing your name while I'm begging you not to go. It's a jagged kind of hollow, a bitter kind of sweet, where the fury and the longing and the desperation meet. I wanna burn the house down just to keep you warm. I'm the lightning and the wreckage of this anger love storm. I hate you, God, I love you. I'm breaking, but I'm thinking of you. The fire's going out, but it's still so hot. Anger love is all I've got. I'm looking at the seat where you used to rest your head, replaying every always and every trust me that you said. The coffee's still warm, but the room has turned to ice. I'm realizing now that every kindness had a price. You held me with a hand that was hiding a knife, while you were carving out the center of my quiet, simple life. The air is gone thin and the floor is falling through. I'm choking on the version that I thought I knew of you. It's not the way you left or the closing of the door, it's the fact that I don't know who was standing there before. It's a betrayal that's deeper than the bone, a cold and jagged silence that I have to face alone. You didn't break my heart, you broke the world I used to see by killing off the person that you pretended you could be. Now checking through the ghosts in the messages you sent, searching for the moment that you stopped meaning what you meant. Was it during the dinner or the walk along the shore? When did you decide that I wasn't worth the truth anymore? I'm a stranger to my own house, a shadow in the hall, watching all my certainties start to crumble and to fall. They say that time is healing, but time is just a lens, showing me the hollow in the man I called my friend. You took my vulnerability and used it as a map to lead me to the center of a well-constructed trap. Oh, it's a betrayal that's deeper than the bone, a cold and jagged silence that I have to face alone. You didn't break my heart, you broke the world I used to see by killing off the person that you pretended you could be. Now the truth is a poison and the memory is a gale. I'm the only one left standing in the wreckage of your trail. No more, I'm sorry, they're just more lies. I can see the stranger looking through your eyes. The mask is on the floor, and I don't love you anymore. I'm reaching out to brush the hair away from your damp face. In this quiet, hollow kitchen, in this cold and empty space, I know the words are heavy and the air is feeling thin, and you're waiting for the avalanche of sorrow to begin. But look at me and breathe it in, just for a little while. I'm trying to remember the secret of your smile. The stars are still in orbit, and the moon is on its way to lead us through the wreckage of the long and bitter day. The flood is at the doorstep and the sky is turning gray, but I'm gonna be the lighthouse to keep the dark at bay. So don't cry that the world just fall apart. I'll be the steady rhythm for your broken, weary heart. Let the rain stay on the window, let the shadows stay outside. I'm the only place left in this world I'm sitting on the edge of the space where you should be, tracing lines upon the sheets like a map of history. The clock is ticking slower than it ever did before, like it's scared to lead me further from the ghost beside the door. I've got your old gray hoodie and the scent is fading fast. I'm a girl who's built a kingdom out of things that couldn't last. I used to be so certain, I used to be so brave, but now I'm just a whisper in a hollow, quiet cave. The world is moving forward, it's a blur of green and blue, but I'm stuck here in the hallway, still looking for you. Because my heart only knows how to beat with you. I'm a sky without a star, I'm a garden without dew. Every path I try to take leads me back to where we stood, trying to fix the maybe, and the only if we could. The silence is a mountain that I can't get through. I don't know how to be if I'm not with you. I went to buy the groceries and I reached for your favorite bread. Before I remembered every single word we said. I'm a creature made of habit, I'm a house of cards and bone, learning how to breathe in a life I've never known. They tell me I'll be fine, they tell me time is on my side, but they don't know the ocean that is rising with the tide. Is it love or is it gravity that keeps me in your wake? How much of a soul is a person allowed to take? I'm a melody unfinished, I'm a sentence left to hang, still ringing with the music that we used to think we sang. Because my heart only knows how to beat with you. I'm a sky without a star, I'm a garden without dew. Every path I try to take leads me back to where we stood, trying to fix the maybe, and the only if we could. The silence is a mountain that I can't get through. I don't know how to be if I'm not with you. Just with you, the only home I knew. Now I'm just wandering, looking for the rest of me that stayed with you. I'm standing in the kitchen, staring at the tea, watching how the steam escapes and drifts away from me. Your keys are on the counter, but you're nowhere to be found. Just the echo of your footsteps as a haunting, hollow sound. I try to keep it steady, try to keep my chin up high, but I'm a house of matches in a world that's gone and dry. I used to be a fortress, I used to be the stone, but I'm crumbling to pieces on my God-forsaken home. The gravity is shifting and the walls are closing in. Supposed to begin, and it tears me, it rips right to the garden where the roses used to bloom, but now they're just a memory of a sweet and heavy doom. I'm wearing your old sweater just to feel a little heat, but it's losing all your scent and I'm losing my retreat. The silence is a predator, it's waiting in the hall, watching for the moment that I finally start to fall. They say that time is healing, that the edges start to blur, but I'm still memorizing every version of what we were. It's a slow motion shattering of visceral descent, and I'm struggling to find out where the forever actually went. It tears me. I'm still checking the weather for a city you don't live in, living in a cycle of the take and the giving. I saw a silver car and for a second I couldn't breathe, forgetting for a heartbeat that you actually had to leave. The coffee's still the brand you liked, the radio's the same, but the house feels like a museum to a girl who lost her name. The calendar is lying, it says a year has passed away, but I'm still standing frozen on that cold and Tuesday gray. The world is moving forward, turning green and turning gold. Well, I'm just getting used to being out here in the cold. I've lost you since the moment that the door clicked in the frame. I've lost you since the silence started whispering your name, since the stars went out of focus and the gravity gave in, since I realized I don't know where my own life should begin. It's a long and hollow haunting, a slow and steady rinse, and I haven't found a piece of me. I've lost you since. I went to that old diner where we used to sit and talk, but I couldn't find the courage to even finish the walk. I'm a ghost inside a movie that I've seen 1,000 times, paying for the sentence of a love that wasn't a crime. Every how you doing is a mountain I can climb, because fine is just a rhythm, but it doesn't have a rhyme. Is it weeks or is it lifetimes? Is it miles or is it brief? When every day without you feels like a little piece of death. I'm a clock with broken hands, I'm a bird without a song, just wondering how the right thing could feel so incomplete. I've lost you since that day. Everything is great. Since you left, I've been a victim of the things. I'm still losing you. Every single morning. Lost you since. Lost you since. I'm watching how you tell the tale to everyone we know, painting me in shades of black to make your virtue show. I'm the cold and heartless one who walked out on the dream, while you're the broken martyr, or so it's made to seem. You leave out how I begged for it while you were holding tight, and how I only left because I couldn't survive the night. So go ahead and play the part, the victim in the rain. Use my name as armor to cover up your shame. If hating me is how you find the strength to finally sleep, then I'll be the secrets that you never wanna keep. If it makes it easier to leave, then let me be the bad guy, the shadow in your memory, the tear inside your eye. I'll take the blame for every crack and every bridge we burn, for every bitter lesson that you say you never learned, where your halo tilted, let your heavy teardrops fall. I'll be the villain in your story, if it helps you stand up tall. I see the way they look at me, the judgment in their eyes. They only heard the curated, the comfortable lies. They don't know about the silence or the way you dim my spark, until I was a stranger, just wandering in the dark. But a villain's just a hero whose story wasn't told by the person holding on to what they couldn't even hold. It's a heavy coat to wear, this reputation you've designed, but I'd rather be the monster than the girl you left behind, struggling for a scrap of truth in a house of velvet bars. I'll take the scars you gave me, and I'll tell them they were stars. If it makes it easier to leave, then let me be the bad guy, the shadow in your memory, the tear inside your eye. I'll take the blame for every crack and every bridge we burn, for every bitter lesson that you say you never learned, where your halo tilted, let your heavy teardrops fall. I'm the villain in your story, if it helps you stand up tall. I'm the one who walked away, so I'm the one who's wrong. I'll be the minor chord in your favorite song. Go and tell them, yeah, tell them it was me. I'll be the villain See, you found a new routine, a brand new hand to hold, a shiny set of promises to replace the ones I sold. You're posting all the highlights, the sun against the sea, looking so much lighter than you ever were with me. I told my friends I'm happy, that I'm better on my own, but I'm staring at the digital ghost inside my phone. I say the wine is bitter and the vintage is all wrong, that I never really liked the way you sang along to every song. I'm making a list of every flaw and every little fight, just to keep the crushing loneliness at bay throughout the night. It's just sour grapes, heavy on the vine. I'm calling it poison because you're no longer mine. I'm telling everybody that I'm glad to see you go, but there's a hunger in my spirit that I'll never let you know. Sweetness turned to acid, a heart that's out of shape. I'm surviving on the memory of a sour, lonely grape. I saw you at the market, you were buying her the flowers, the ones that used to bloom for us back in the golden hours. I turned the other way and told myself they look so cheap, trying not to notice all the secrets that you keep. I'm mocking every habit that I used to find so dear, because if I don't hate you, then I'll drown in every tear. It's an ugly kind of medicine, it's a jagged kind of pill, to convince myself I'm cured by the power of my will. But the harvest is a failure, and the soil is turned to stone, and I'm just being bitter, 'cause I'm being left alone. It's just sour grapes, heavy on the vine. I'm calling it poison because you're no longer mine. I'm telling everybody that I'm glad to see you go, but there's a hunger in my spirit that I'll never let you know. Sweetness turned to acid, a heart that's out of shape. I'm surviving on the memory of a sour, lonely grape. Yeah, it's bitter, but it's all I have to taste. A garden full of I don't care, and a life gone to waste. I don't want you, I don't want you. I'm tired of the filters and the soft, forgiving light, of painting over bruises just to make the picture right. We've been living in a Hallmark card, a polished plastic dream, but I can hear the engine starting to run out of steam. I'm done with the excuses, and then maybe it's just me. I'm pulling back the curtains so that I can finally see. There always was a bandage on a wound that wouldn't close. We've been worshiping the garden while we're stepping on the rose. It's not a pretty story and it's not a graceful fall. It's the sound of someone finally hitting the brick wall. And here's the ugly truth, plain and cold and bare. habits turn to stone. Two people in a crowded room who feel entirely alone. It's jagged and it's bitter, and it's hard to swallow down. But the ugly truth is finally the only thing in town. I looked into the mirror and I didn't see a queen, just a girl who's lost her spirit to a man who's never been quite honest with his feelings or the way he spends his time. Well, I'm the one left paying for a non-existent crime. You're not the misunderstood hero, you're just someone who is small. And I'm the fool who thought that I could catch you when you fall. The beautiful lie was a velvet lined cell, but I'd rather have the gravel and the ringing of the bell than another day of pretending that the poison tastes like wine while I'm dying on the inside, just to keep you feeling fine. And here's the ugly truth, plain and cold and bare: you never really loved me, you just liked that I was there. We're a mess of broken promises and habits turned to stone. Two people in a crowded room who feel entirely alone. It's jagged and it's bitter, and it's hard to swallow down. But the ugly truth is finally the only thing in town. I'm looking at the diamonds sitting heavy on my hand, a sparkling little souvenir of a life we never planned. The silk against my skin feels like a cold and silver cage, just another gilded letter on a dark and lonely page. We've got the crystal glasses and the marble on the floor, but I've never felt so hungry, I've never felt so poor. We bought the finest linens to hide the hollow bed, and painted every ceiling to ignore the things we said. The price of all this perfect is a debt I can't repay, as I watch the soul of everything just slowly drift away. Oh, it's expensive pain, the kind you can't afford. Even when you're winning, you're losing at the board. A high-priced heartbreak in a custom-tailored dress, chandeliers are shaking from the weight of all the rain. God, it's lonely living with this expensive pain. I'm driving in the leather seats, headed nowhere fast, trying to outrun a shadow that was built to always last. The perfume on my neck is worth 100 nights of sleep, but it can't mask the secrets single million for a grain of honest trust. Because the view from up here on the hill is jagged and it's cold, and I'm tired of being something that was bought and then was sold. Oh, it's expensive pain, the kind you can't afford, even when you're losing at the board. A high-price heartbreak in a custom-tailored dress, traded in my happiness for a beautiful mess. The chandeliers are shaking from the weight of all the rain. God, it's lonely living with this expensive pain. Write the check, but the balance is zero. I'm playing the victim and you're playing the hero. It's all just glass, it's all just gold, and it's getting so very old. I remember when the water here was silver and so sweet, when we'd sit beside the garden in the heavy summer heat. I drank in every promise, every never let you go. I let your words wash over me and let the feeling grow. Bucket's coming up now with the dark and oily stain, and the liquid in the ladle is the color of the rain. I should have seen the lilies as they withered on the vine. I should have known the sweetness was a max for the design. But I was thirsty for a love that I thought was meant to be. Now the very thing that fed me is the end of me. Oh, I've been drinking from a poisoned well, deeper than the bone, building up a fever in a house I called my own. The mercies turned to mercury, the kindness turned to rust, and I'm choking on the ashes of a misplaced kind of trust. It's a slow and steady sickness that I didn't see coming. Now I'm dying from the water while my heart is still running. Yeah, it's a poisoned well. I can feel it in my system like a cold and jagged stone. The way you use your tenderness to leave me all alone. Every kiss was just a hollow shell, every touch a clever lie, a way to keep me paralyzed beneath the painted sky. I'm looking at my reflection in the dark and stagnant deep, and seeing all the secrets that you didn't mean to keep. Break the seal and let it spill, let the bitter river run. I'm crawling to the shoreline to find a different sun. I'll purge the ghost of you out of every aching vein until there's nothing left of us but the memory of the pain. Oh, I've been drinking from a poison well, deeper than the bone, building up a fever in a house I called my own. The mercies turned to mercury, the kindness turned to rust, and I'm choking on the ashes of a misplaced kind of trust. It's a slow and steady sickness that I didn't see coming. Now I'm dying from the water while my heart is still running. Yeah, it's a poisoned well. The cup is fine. desert on my own. Into the desert on my own. I'm finding pieces of a story that I never got to read. Scraps of a life that you kept tucked inside your sleeve. I heard your name in a whisper down at the corner store. A version of us I haven't seen before. It's like I'm wearing a sweater that was meant for someone else, while I'm gathering the dust from your secrets on the shelf. The truth is a mirror that's been cracked down the middle, and I'm left here playing this bitter, quiet fiddle. I'm catching the rumors like they're cold winter rain, and wearing the weight of another girl's pain. I'm living on secondhand lies, worn out and thin, wondering where the truth ends and the stories begin. It's a hand-me-down heartbreak, a recycled regret, a tangled up web that hasn't finished me yet. You didn't have the courage to look me in the eyes, so you fed me the leftovers of secondhand lies. Of secondhand lies. I saw the photo that you thought you had erased, a ghost of a smile on a different kind of face. Now every I love you sounds like a borrowed line from a script that was written for a different time. I'm checking the dates and I'm checking the miles, while I'm drowning in the wreckage of your practice smiles. Was anything original? Was anything just mine? Or was I just a placeholder, a way to pass the time? I'm stripping the layers and I'm finding the right in the beautiful forever that I actually bought. I'm living on secondhand lies, worn out and thin, wondering where the truth ends and the stories begin. It's a hand-me-down heartbreak, a recycled regret, a tangled up web that hasn't finished me yet. You didn't have the courage to look me in the eyes, so you fed me the leftovers of secondhand lies, secondhand lies. I'm taking it off, the deception and the shame. I'm cleaning the slate of the ghost of your name. No more stories, no more alibis. I'm done with the taste of your secondhand lies. The streetlights are blurred into halos of gold. Against the gray window, the stories unfold. I'm watching the droplets compete for the glass, just waiting for this heavy weather to pass. The tea's gone stone cold, and the record is skipped like a page from a book that's been suddenly riptide. I used to find rhythm in the sound of weather the storm. Back when your heartbeat would keep me so warm. But now every splash is a hollowed out ring of a song that a lonely heart's forced to sing. It's just a lonely heart rain falling down on the street, where the ghosts of our memories and the bitterness meet. It's washing the color right out of my soul, leaving me empty and losing control. There's no umbrella for this kind of blue, just a lonely heart rain still crying for you. I walked to the corner, I stood in the mist, thinking of all the for always we kissed. The pavement is shining like a dark silver sea, but there isn't a boat that can come rescue me. I'm soaked to the bone in what could have been, letting the cold and the quiet settle in. They say that the clouds will eventually clear, that the sun's gonna find me and dry every tear. But the sky is as heavy as the stone in my chest, and the storm in my head just won't give me no rest. It's just a lonely heart rain falling down on the street, where the ghosts of our memories and the bitterness meet. It's washing the color right out of my soul, leaving me empty and losing control. There's no umbrella for this kind of blue, just a lonely heart rain still crying for you. Drip, drip, drop, it never seems to stop. Wash it away, or let it all stay. Just the rain and the lonely drip, drip, drip. I'm standing on the shoreline where the salt meets every line, watching how the sunset turns to iron in the sky. We promised we were different, that we never pull the thread, but I'm staring at the wreckage of the always that we said. One little cut was all it took to start the slow descent. Now I'm drowning in the meaning of what everything meant. The air is getting heavy and the sharks are circling round. The secrets we were keeping are no longer underground. I can feel the temperature dropping in the deep, a price for all the promises we didn't need to keep. Now there's blood in the water, a trail of what we lost. I'm counting up the heartbeats and I'm paying every cost. The blue is turned to crimson and the current's pulling fast. I'm anchored to a memory that was never meant to last. You can't wash it away, no matter how you try. There's blood in the water and the well is running dry. I'm shivering in the silence of this cold and jagged bay, watching as the better parts of us just drift away. You're reaching for my hand, but I can't feel your touch at all. I'm just waiting for the gravity of one of us to fall. It's a or just the way we end. When the lover starts to look like just another broken friend. I'm a survivor of a shipwreck that was built by my own hands, watching all my solid ground turn into sinking sands. Now there's blood in the water, a trail of what we lost. I'm counting up the heartbeats and I'm paying every cost. The blue has turned to crimson and the current's pulling fast. I'm anchored to a memory that was never meant to last. You can't wash it away, no matter how you try. There's blood in the water and the well is running dry. On the surface, cold in the bone, learning how to sink on my God-forsaken home. The tide is coming in, and the water is so thin. The air is growing heavy, the birds have stopped their song. I've been standing on this shoreline for a little too long. There's a shift in the pressure, a chill in the breeze. I can hear the warning whispers through the willow trees. You haven't said a word, but the silence is loud. I can see our ending hiding in a charcoal cloud. The leaves are turning over, showing silver in the light. The horizon is a jagged line of purple and a white. I'm pulling on my jacket, but I'm shivering deep inside. There's no more room for excuses and nowhere left to hide. Oh, I can feel the coming storm, the breaking of the sky, the thunder in your heartbeat, the lightning in your eye. It's gonna wash away the bridges, it's gonna flood the plains, and leave me standing hollow in the pouring of the rains. The glass is gonna shatter, the roof is gonna tear. I can feel the coming storm hanging in the air. We've been living in the humid heat of things we didn't fix, building up a pyre out of wet and broken sticks. Now the first drop hits the dust like a bullet to the ground, and the world is getting darker as the wind begins to howl. I'm bracing for the impact, I'm bracing for the blow, watching all the I love yous drown in the overflow. They say the air is clearest when the clouds have had their say, but I'm terrified of what the floods will carry far away. Will there be a single piece of us left upon the sand, or just a barren wasteland where a house used to stand? Oh, I can feel the coming storm, the breaking of the sky, the thunder in your heartbeat, the lightning in your eyes. Gonna wash away the bridges, it's gonna flood the plains, and leave me standing hollow in the pouring of the rains. The glass is gonna shatter, the roof Another rainy silhouette in this empty room, the scent of our old perfume, a nostalgic tune. Your ghost is dancing slowly in the neon glow, a perfect picture from a lifetime ago. Now it's just a faded echo. Ooh, it's just a faded echo. The radio is playing our song from '95, back when we felt so electric, so alive. But now the frequency is static and cold, a story of us that will never be told. And I'm standing here, a silhouette in the rain, with the sound of the troll crying out my pain. The rhythm of the water hits the window pane, but it can't wash away the shadow of your name. Lonely in the moonlight, lost in the gray, watching my heart just drift away in this rainy silhouette. I found the Polaroid we took at the riverside before the secret sand